What's up, everyone? This is the Loki Monster here, and today we are checking out the new Anomaly weapons, as well as we have a new NPC in the Forge of Forlorn with some daily and repeatable quests, as well as some repeatable quests with Throck to help your grind. Now, first off, I want to say I'm here right now in the Crypt of Misery in the monastery, and if you haven't been down here, this is the way to get to the mandible. It's a little shortcut here, the back door. And I just wanted to let you guys know, if you have been farming this, that there has been a slight decrease in the drop rates here for this. And the dungeon will also now kick you out if you go inactive for a certain amount of time. Now we're going to bring up my menu, hit Adventures and World Areas, scroll all the way down to the Feedlands, somewhere down here, and then we're going to travel to the Forge of the Forlorn, and we're just going to head over here to the Forge. And you can see a big bright red guy there. He's the new NPC, but we'll check him out in a second. And when you click on the Forge, you'll now see Nation Anomaly weapons. Now, right off the bat, you're going to notice that the 8th Ultimate Betrayal Blade of Nulgath is missing. Now, according to Sir Fano, there was a little issue with this weapon's effects on it, and they had to hold it back. But this weapon is apparently a twin for the Bloodletters as far as stats are concerned. You'll also notice there is no Crystal Blade of Nulgath. Nobody said anything about that yet. So, we're going to start off with the Tainted Blade of Nulgath, and this is what it looks like here, and it has some massive attack on that, 1700, but the requirements for it are quite steep. 5 million gold, you're going to sacrifice your Phoenix Blade 2, you're going to need a contract, we're going to need 13, that's a full stack of diamonds. You're going to need 7 perfect runes. I believe that's actually a full stack as well. Same with Oblivion shards, that's a full stack. And the list goes on and on. Abaddon's Blessed Cruelty, on the other hand, I believe is the best weapon overall stat-wise. But let's preview it. It is also god-awful ugly. I have no idea why they decided to put green on a red and black sword, but it looks horrible. And it has a little fewer requirements. You still need 13 diamonds, but you only need 4 Oblivion shards and no perfect tainted ruins, which are a real pain to farm. The Assassin Bloodletters of Nulgath have a little bit of an increase in attack, but they have a big chunk of crit, but no massive crazy stats here. Really cosmetically looking, there are many swords that look like it, they just don't have the blood dripping effect like this. This one's not bad as far as requirements go. And a lot of 666s in there, I see. That's a little demonic of them. Anyways, you may have noticed that the actual news post for the anomalies said that these were rare weapons you would be lucky to get. Basically implying that it was going to be RNG if you got an anomaly, but it isn't like that at all. This is just a craft that requires a lot. Now for the focus hex stack, we have huge health and haste on this, and it seems to have some blue glowy balls been added to it. It's quite a nice effect, and its requirements are a little bit heavier, I think, than the Abaddons and the Assassins. Definitely where Tainted Gems, Soul Gems, and Nation Weapon Fragments are concerned. Now, let's check out our new NPC, the Blood Fiend, and you can talk to him and ask him who he is. But basically, he's going to send you around doing some daily quests and repeatable quests for rewards. Now, our first daily quest is a daily for Nation Weapon Fragments, and that one's going to require that you kill 4 sentinel weapons, the boss weapons basically, and 10 of the forge guards have to be disciplined. And that will actually earn you 12,000 gold, 50 weapon fragments, and a big chunk of XP. Now our next daily is for soul gems, and this one's done in a different location. It's done in the time run, which is in the Endless Vex, and you have to defeat the time beast, and that will earn you an extra 50 soul gems a day, and you'll also earn some golden XP. Now the next one is polished living weapons. Excuse me, my voice is going here. And this one, you have to kill 50 of the living weapons. Well, if you're farming the nation weapons, if you've seen my video on the fast farm for this, you're going to be farming the little ones as well as the big bosses. You're going to be able to grab this and do it over and over and earn an extra 7 nation weapon fragments, as well as 3,700 gold and some XP. And our last one is a soul gem repeatable one, and again, for killing those same 50 living weapons, you're going to earn an extra 5 tainted gems and as well 5 soul gems. That's really not a lot, but it's 6,000 gold, and you're doing it anyways with the nation farming, so you might as well grab it and get those. Now we're gonna just head over here, and these guys right here standing there are the Forge Guardians that you're going to have to kill, but this sword here is about to spawn, and these are the big boss swords you want to get. So it's the Abaddon Cruelty, the Phoenix Blade of Nulgath, the Crystal Blade of Nulgath, and the 8th Betrayal Blade of Nulgath. Will fulfill those 4 for that daily. And if you're farming, you're going to have this done in no time flat. Like I said, if you haven't checked out my video on the fast farm for this, you might want to check it out because it will show you how to go even a little faster. And for the 50 weapons, you just have to kill any of the 50 weapons in this area. Now for the next daily, you're going to want to use the crystal to get there. There is no way to actually travel to the Endless Vex on the menu. And then once you're here, just boot down here to the time dungeon, which is over here. I actually think this is one of the best places to farm soul gems, but really when you're farming soul gems, we're just going to enter the dungeon here, and you're just going to, is anyone else getting this bug every time they go in the dungeon? Every time I go in the dungeon, I get that bug. Anyways, I got a little side in this area. You're just going to kill the time boss. Now, before I got distracted, I was going to say the best way to farm soul gems is just pick up the ones you get as you're going from the mobs, and then when you need a few more for your weapons, then come here and farm it. So the next place we're going to head is the Fiend Lands, and we're going to go to the Forge of Forlorn and just hand that in. And I'll get my 50 soul gems. And that was like 2 minutes to get that. Well, that was, I got the run without any mobs. But if you get the run with the mobs, it's still only a matter of 3-4 minutes. Now we're going to travel to the Wasteland. And I'm going to point something out. If you travel to the Wasteland from here, you're going to end up way back here at the start of the Wasteland. For some reason, the new areas do this, so I'm going to advise that you actually travel to the Soulless instead, and then come here, and then click on the Wasteland, and it will put you where the portal is. No idea why those new dungeons put you back at the Wasteland, but they do. Now we're going to talk to Throck, who has 2 new void hunting quests, and the first one, and these are repeatable, is Nation Invasion contained. And basically you're going to have to beat 5 nation voids. They're these little tiny void guys, and this is actually worth 5,000 gold and 5 nation scraps, as well as a Throck's approval. And the next one is a daily, which is the root of the problem, and you have to assassinate 5 void guards, and I will show you where you have to go for this one. Took a little while to figure it out because there is no such thing as a void guard in the wiki. But so you can do this daily one, and it's worth 12,000 gold, and you get a whopping 50 void nation scraps and 6 Throck approval, as well as 15,000 XP. So the first quest, these are the new smaller voids that come out from the soulless that you need for the repeatable quest. And this is not like the Titans where there's a long wait. They actually respawn pretty fast. You get 3 at a time usually, and then just maybe a few seconds, minute break, and then they start going again. Our last place we're going to go for the daily is in the where are we here? The Hall of Eternal Waiting, and you're going to have to kill these guys. Now, some of you may not have enough equipment to be able to do these guys solo, so you might want to bring a friend. These enraged void guards specifically hit really hard, so you might want to come up a little further and go after one of the other kind that are here. And that's all for this update. Goodbye for now, and if you like my videos, please hit that thumbs up and consider subscribing if you haven't yet. Thanks for joining me. Bye.